Hello students, it's me Kshitija Shirke with our new session Let's Build a Catapult. Yes, in today's session we are going to see how catapult is built and what actually happens in the catapult, what catapult effect is. So let's begin with our today's session Let's Build a Catapult. To make a catapult, material we required is 9 ice cream sticks, glue, rubber band and tiny ball or a table tennis ball, any small ball which is not much heavy. I will explain you why we are not using much heavy ball in the further slides. So material we required is 9 ice cream sticks, glue, rubber and tiny balls. The procedure we are going to follow is take a 3 ice cream sticks and make a Y-shaped structure by gluing the ice cream sticks together at one end. You have might seen how the catapult look like. So the catapult look like this. Here we are using the 3 sticks to put 1, 2 and 3 and creating a Y shape. And for the second step, make 2 more Y-shaped structure and glue all of them together to make a strong Y-shaped structure. For first, take the 3 ice cream stick, make the Y shape and glue the sticks together. Now, make 2 more Y-shaped structure and glue all of them together to make a strong Y-shaped structure. Now, tie a rubber band at the top of the Y structure. Now, put the ball at the center of the rubber band, pull it backward and launch it. So, our catapult look like this, a Y-shaped structure of ice cream stick, a rubber band and at the center we are putting the ball, a tiny ball. Once we pulled it back, it will throw a ball forward. I will draw the projectile for this. When we put a ball here and pull it backward, it will push the ball to the forward direction here and the ball will go here, here, down. It is depend on the weight of the ball and force we applied on the ball where the ball will be thrown. But the basic mechanism of catapult is this. This is the Y-shaped structure and this is the rubber band where we put the ball here. We pull the ball backward and it launch the ball forward. So let me explain you what actually happens. So what we understood is catapult is a device which is used to launch a projectile. So anything we put in the rubber and pulled it back, it will launch it the projectile. Means if this is our, let me draw here, if this is our Y-shaped catapult, we put the ball here in the rubber and pulled it back, it will launch further a projectile. So when we pull the rubber band back, it generates the force which push the ball in forward direction to launch. Means look, we pull the rubber back, it generates force which push the ball forward. to the launch it. This force is responsible for launch, means the force of pulling back the rubber band is responsible for the launch of the ball in a forward direction. If ball is too heavy, it may not go so far as the force generated due to rubber is less. The force generated in the rubber is because of the strength of rubber. So, if the ball is too much heavy, the force produced by the rubber will be less in compared to the weight. So, ball does not go so far. And also, if Y structure is not so strong, then when we pull the rubber band backward, it might possible that structure Y also break in between because of the force. So, as you can see here, the ball, we placed ball in this rubber structure. We pulled it backward and it will push the ball in forward direction. This happens because of the force produced by the rubber. When we pull the rubber band back, it generates the force which push the ball in forward direction to launch it. So catapult is the device which is used to launch a projectile. With the help of catapult, we launch a tiny ball in forward direction. And here the force is responsible for the launch. The pulling back of rubber band produces the force. What happens if ball is too heavy? Then it might not go so far because force generated by rubber is less in compared to the weight of the ball. Also, Y structure is not strong, then it might break when we pull the rubber band. So, next is think time. Is force required to open and close a door? What do you think? Is it required? Yes. Force is required to open and close the door, as pulling and pushing force are required to open and close the door. You can see here the door is closed, and when we open the door, we push it in this direction. So we apply the pushing force in this direction. And once we are going to close the door, we need to pull the door in this direction. So here again we apply the pulling force. So for opening and closing of the doors, we required the force. So in today's session, we see how catapult is built, what procedure we follow, and what happens in the catapult. In catapult, force pushes the ball to launch it. If ball is too heavy, it may not go so far, and if Y structure is not so strong, it may break when rubber band is pulled back. Also, we see that force is required to open and close the door. The pulling and pushing force are required to open and close the door. I hope you understand how catapult work. Thank you so much.